Good evening, everyone. You are welcome to Forever Together program with Dr. Tony. So I want to thank you for always being there for me. So thank you very much. God bless you. Today is a special day for me because it's my husband's birthday. And I'm so grateful to the Almighty God. And I know that He's still counting years of fruitfulness, years of blessings, years of glorious things, years of being intimate with the Almighty God. So I'm so grateful. And I want to thank all the people that have called in, that have sent their prayers, gifts, and everything. God bless you all. So thank you for being there for us. So today we'll be talking on episode 11. And on this episode 11, it is just the continuation of what happened in episode 10. Last week I told you that today is a special day because today is the naming ceremony day. You know that last week I was at the hospital. I had a baby girl, tall and beautiful. Even from birth, she was very tall. So, and we both walked home. I walked home with my ex's sister. So she carried the baby and I carried my bag. You know, at that level, you don't even have so many things to carry. So why do you really need a taxi? And the house is not far from the hospital. It was just across the road. So we started preparing for the naming ceremony. Don't forget that I told you last week that when she came, she did not say anything like congratulations and all that, but she was upset that day was 6th of February and it was the date that their mother died, their mother that I refused to meet, as if the woman had offended me before she died. I never knew that our relationship will ever even lead to maybe either getting married or having serious relationship or having children. So I think we met in December. The woman died in February. So how will I have met her? But you know, things like that, you don't even try to justify. So I was just quiet, like a sheep that is being taken to the abattoir to be slaughtered. So we started preparing for the naming ceremony. And for this naming ceremony, we didn't really need to buy so many things. Don't forget, we already bought a bag of rice initially for 700 naira that time. A full bag of rice, 700 naira. Because we were thinking that we would get married. Before everybody started saying, this thing that I'm seeing, please make sure you don't make things, make sure there's no party, make sure you don't do any celebration, make sure if you love your life. You know, when you don't go to pastors or you don't go to herbalists to ask questions and people will just meet you and tell you things like that, I think sometimes it is just God trying to speak through people to you. So during the naming ceremony day, it was a very good day, bright Saturday, and the thing started well because everybody seems to be happy. Maybe for him or for us or for both of us, but everybody seems to be happy. And 3 major things happened that day that I can never forget in my life. First, as the party was going on, there were people in charge of the food. They were not my people, so, and my sister, you know, was there with her friends. I know the kind of setting. You know, I was brought from Owo, but you know, Lagos girls, like they're smoking, doing all that and all that. So I couldn't even sit with them. One, we were not even in the same category. We're not in the same category, so I was just inside. It was just, I think, my sister that was with me. So we were there. And I was called upon that they should go and call me. And the sister was asking me, do you know how to eat pepper soup? I said, if there's pepper soup, I will eat. I didn't just say yes, because she was the one in charge. So I I think I was served, but I didn't eat it because I wasn't really happy with the situation. That wasn't the part that was touchy. I remember that day, that particular lady that I talked about, that she would buy a dress and call my ex to come and see how it looks good on her and all that, was her wedding day. And as soon as they finished from the registry, she came for the naming ceremony with her husband. So how would you have suspected such relationship? You wouldn't have suspected anything. So you wouldn't have suspected anything. So they came and everybody was happy. And it really touched me that on your wedding day you could leave the registry and come for my program. I was just surprised. It was overwhelming, and said okay. So I was so excited about that because I didn't really know the content and the details of the relationship. So that was the first thing that struck me. Then secondly, the generator caught fire. There was fire outbreak. Everybody was like, what is happening and all that. But eventually God took perfect control and everything was okay. But the one that I can never forget, that the third one, there was this particular lady who used to live opposite our house. She came and she came and she said, oh, I'm very sorry, I will not be there to Agege and all that. Don't worry. And we went, that she will be going to Agege. So I remember believing that she gave my baby 20 naira. So, and I wanted to give her food. She said, no, I should not worry that she will not be able to wait. I said, okay. So she left. That really made me notice her properly. Then after that, I started seeing her in the evenings, being brought by different cars, different men. This my mouth. God will help me. Only God can help me. Instead of me to stay jeje in my own house, no, I wanted to do good. One evening I called her. I said, Sissy, whatever she was that time. I said, this thing that I've noticed, I'm thinking that it is not good. Because I'm thinking that if any of these men that are coming here now, if you are ready to get married and the person you intend to marry or that intends to marry you happens to be their family member, how would you feel? Do you think such marriage will hold? She said, Auntie, it's not like that. I don't even like doing it. So, because situation and circumstance, you see what my father has done my mommy to. We are 8 children from my mommy. You see what my father has done. My father will not do anything, will not pay school fees, will not give us feeding allowance. He's always, if I will see him, he's always doing this. The story she gave me that shaped me. Thank God for Jesus. That time, if I had opportunity, I would have killed that man for being irresponsible. But when I got to see the man, I used to see him in just slippers, not even real good slippers. So you know that those Dunlop slippers of those days. I was surprised. Okay, is it that this man didn't really have? Then if he didn't have, why was he having 8 children? And he was now becoming irresponsible and all that. But but I just told this lady, okay, if that is the only reason, I may not have much, but I always get a gari, plantain, yam from my town. So anytime my mom send anything to me, that I will always share with her. So she thanked me. So that was how we started. She became my friend. Then rice take, garri take, ogede, that's plantain take, yam take. So we were doing that then, and she will come, she will greet me with respect in the presence of everybody, and I was thinking that, oh, I have a baby sister. But one thing about her dressing, now, this thing now that I'm narrating is not as a result of any hatred anymore, you understand? But I'm just saying it so that for those of you that are married, you know how to guide your home. She was always in shorts, not even decent shorts. A short like bomb shorts, yes, bomb shorts. She was always putting on the t-shirts of the brothers because there were many in their house. So she was always changing the t-shirts like that. So we became friends. I was encouraging her. But one particular day, one lady called me that, "Auntie, there's something I want to tell you." I said, "Yes." He said, "Sit down, yeah, mention an uncle that they are beating you." Oh my God. The slap that I gave her, she turned 360 degrees. I said, "Is it because she's a poor girl that I'm helping? So you want to tarnish her image so that I'll start helping her?" Okay, my ex has told me that you were interested in him, and he never gave you the opportunity. Is that why you are tarnishing somebody's image? She was ashamed when I said that she was interested in my ex. Then subsequently, because that I got to know later, if anybody was coming to inform me that this is, you say, she will slap you. You better keep your mouth shut. Let her enjoy the relationship. So, then one day, at about 4 p.m., because it was not yet 5, I think there was power outage before and power was restored. So the bulb in our parlor was on. And the landlord came and said that, Iyawo, why did you leave this thing on by this time? And he slapped me. I was wondering, even if we were owing rent, why would the landlord slap me? So in my mind, I was saying, that landlord, my ex will deal with him when it comes back. Not knowing that I no longer want anything. But before that day that he slapped me, he called me, "Iyawo, come. Do you see this girl that is coming to your house? They are from," mention a particular tribe, because I know that it's not everybody from that tribe that is bad, so I won't mention the tribe. Said they are very strong, they use charm, they do this, they do that. So I have to be careful. I should be careful of what I do with her, I should know. And if I'm not careful, she will take your husband, do this and that. And if I don't want her to take my husband, then he will take me somewhere. I said, "Hey, all these things, they are evil plans. They take me to somewhere." I said, "Sir, I trust my ex that he's not doing all these things that you're saying. So I don't even need your assistance to go anywhere." So it was after that he slapped me. And when Oga came, I was thinking that I would fight on my behalf. The question was that the landlord said by 4 o'clock you put on the lights. Why did you put on the lights? I was like, God, there was nothing like it. So we were like that, and things began to deteriorate. But I was just initially I didn't even notice that he was slipping away from the relationship. I didn't take note on time because everything he told me I would just believe. He said that your baby is still young now, you are still breastfeeding, so for this period I will not touch you because I want the baby to be strong enough. You know how many times you had these miscarriages, and now God has blessed us, so we really need to take care of this girl and focus on our upbringing. He said, "Okay, so no touching." And I believe that it was because of that my baby that he said so. Then one day I went to my neighbor's house. So jokingly, she was just saying, see, you better talk now, because if you don't talk now, by evening I won't have your time, because it will be your daddy's turn. And we had our babies at the same time. My baby was 3 weeks older than us. She had a baby, I had a baby. So and jokingly I said that your husband will be your husband. I said, hey, are you breastfeeding your baby and you're sleeping with your brother? This time is not good for your baby, sir. She was like, where are you coming from? Who told you that? I said, he said, don't tell me that since we had this baby. And this thing that I'm telling you now, my baby was almost 18 months, 1.5 years. She said, look, if what you are telling me is the truth, that means that somebody has taken over your home and you don't know. So I was surprised. When I get up today, now that I know that it is my turn, let it be. I will very, very, very disappointed. No, not disappointed. Ashamed. Nasty message. Because I did a very nasty thing. I was trying to say, okay, I didn't even refer to what you told my daughter, that okay, at least this evening. My baby is almost 3 years now, and you should forget about that and all that. And he refused. I was ashamed of myself. And even in the process of all that, I did so many nasty things that I regretted. So I felt ashamed. And that's the last time I ever asked for it. So we were together like that, and one day, this time around, I think my baby was about 2 years, or close to 2 years. There was no food in the house. So I thought of, okay, how do I go about it? Okay, let me go to meet him at work. That's at the location. So I went. He told me where they were. So I went. And that location was, they will be camped in one hotel. Then from that hotel, they will go to different places for the shooting and all that. So I got there. The receptionist, I introduced myself to the receptionist. Said that the key was there. So she started looking for the key. She couldn't find it. Then I said, okay, let me check. No, then she said maybe he went with the key. So I was sitting at the reception there. But when it was about 7:07 in the evening, he said, I've been sitting for long. That okay, let's check with other people. Maybe he left his key with other people. So she went in to check. Then later she realized that somebody was in his room. So she now said that somebody is in the room. So I said, okay, that let's go, so that I can wait for him there. I'm a woman. But when I saw that woman, I didn't even know what to say, because the lady had had her bath. She was in a see-through nightgown. She had not powdered, perfumed, and everything. She wore perfume. When I saw her, I couldn't even say that I'm the wife. I'm telling you, this low self-esteem, don't allow it to kill you. Don't allow it to kill you, because it will rob you of your destiny. So I said, good evening, auntie. Me calling her auntie. I said, please, I'm looking for uncle. So she looked at me and said, and he's not around now. I said, yes, I've been told. He said, would you like to come and wait for me? I said, okay. I couldn't say that I'm the wife, because when I saw her dressing, I've not been dressing like that, even at home. Dress well. Dress well. I know that men will still be men, even if they will cheat outside. But don't let it be that you are the reason. Don't let it be that you are so repulsive that you are not even attractive. Please, take care of yourself. Hold your destinies in your hand. Take good care of, and dressing well is not how expensive. I'm not yet there, but I know that I'm better off than what I used to be. So that was how I entered. I waited. I was waiting. I was waiting. I was sitting on the chair. When it was around 2 a.m. or so, or thereabouts, yeah, they all returned. Some people were even afraid for him that when they heard that mommy, so is around. He didn't even mind them because in the presence of that girl, he was asking me, kí ló wá ṣe? Why are you here? Then I couldn't talk. I just went quietly to him and I whispered, I said, it's not food. I should not be angry because of food I came. He said, but I didn't want that girl to know. Now said, okay, tomorrow we will sort that one out. That will give me money. I said, thank you. But I was expecting that after that, he would tell that girl to go and sleep in another room. Lo and behold, I got the shock of my life. I said, I'm even very tired now. I need some sleep because tomorrow morning too, we have some other things to do. Okay, you, that's me, you, sleep like this. Then he pointed to the bed. I should sleep very close to the wall because the bed was by the wall. And the other girl said, sleep like this. It's good to be a star. You can just command and everybody will obey. And the girl too slept at the edge of the bed. Then he came and slept in between us. Then after some time, he asked me, why are you breathing so hard? You are breathing on. I said, I'm sorry. So I faced the wall. Please, I'm telling you women, refuse to be poor. I'm not saying be a billionaire, but refuse to be poor. Be strong enough to feed yourself. Be strong enough to take care of yourself. Because that night, the moment he said sleep like this, if I had money, I would have taken another room and refused to be humiliated. But I didn't have any money. I didn't even have transportation fare to go back home if he had refused to give me anything. So I had to endure. But I tell you, whoever is listening or watching me now, from that moment of sleep here and sleep there till 5:30 a.m. that I got up from that bed, it was like maybe 50 years imprisonment. It's not only that I couldn't sleep, but the shame, the humiliation. I love watching movies, especially since we met. I've never seen such scene in any movie. No, I've not seen it in any movie, be it foreign or local. I've not seen it in any movie. So when it was 5:30, I got up. I dressed up. It was the same dress I wore last night that I still have to. In fact, I didn't even have to change. I just went to the bathroom and cleaned up and put it on again. And it took me to the. He said I should wait a bit. We look at the time. I waited. So it took me to go to the market. Gave me money to buy the things I had to buy. No rice. I told you 700 naira. So we used to buy quarter. So we bought a quarter. 700 divided by 4. You do the calculation. Then we bought beans. Beans, there were 8 this thing inside the bag of beans. So and this was not as expensive as rice. So I think rice then was that quarter would be like 300. I bought ingredients for soup and super soup. And it gave me money to buy everything. He waited, he put in the taxi, take me home. I have done that wonderful thing. But the last night, that encounter, when I got home, I did not cook that food. I entered that room. When I say I wept, and I told God that day, I said the day I will find myself in this situation, this type of situation, that I will lack so much that I will not be able to feed myself, and I will need to depend on someone who will humiliate me like this. I said, God, please take me. And I did just it. I said it without pain in my heart. And that day I made up my mind. In this life, I must prosper. I must prosper because I can't go back to face such humiliation the next time. Because if I do that, that will bring death. Mm. Mm. So I locked myself in jail. I was, in those days when I had trouble like that, I would become naked to God. I say, you see me from head to toe, and I need justice. And that will be fine. So later, when neighbors called me, mommy, your baby is crying. I remember that I have to cook because she has twins. So that I cooked because my baby. For that period, I just want you to try to picture yourself being in my position that night. Like you cannot say no because you lack no. First, I lack self-esteem. But even if I didn't have money, I have just agreed now. I should have even at least do something that will make people to come intervene and let people say, this one is not right. But I had to say this. And I was poor. No self-esteem plus poverty makes us become nonsense. So that was what that did. But God in His infinite mercy answered that prayer, but that was the last time. Never depending on anyone. God answers prayers. So even if you have gone astray, if you call God today, to return, He will accept you. Like this morning, I was giving an illustration during devotion or maybe last night. I said, if you are going to Nyanya, that's on Nasarawa Road, and you are facing Gwagwalada or Abuja, that will you get to Nyanya, except maybe you are crossing states. But no matter how far you have gone, if you return, you will get to your destination, which is Nyanya. But if you refuse to return and you are just going, that express might lead to death. It might lead to death because not everybody will survive this ordeal that I'm talking about. Some people have committed suicide without leaving any notes. That people, because like that night, if I had committed suicide, nobody would have known what was the reason. But in my life, anyway, that suicide mission has never had a place in my life because I was always looking forward to how will this situation end? How will God deliver me from this? That was my hope. I was always hopeful. No matter the situation, I was always hopeful. Because from the beginning, from when I was young, I could see my future that no, I'm going to be a great person. So whatever situation that is not pleasant, when I see that, okay, after this phase now, what will be the next phase? So I was always optimistic that things will get better for me, irrespective of any situation that I find myself. So sometimes when people label you, maybe you are a witch, you are this, you are that. No, it's when you cry to God, God answers your prayers. Because you can't pray with such agony. This God is our Father now. He's our Father. So no matter how defiant you are, the moment you return, and just return, that's just return, and return sincerely. And that was the last time I ever. So if anybody gives me anything now, like now I enjoy so many benefits, so many gifts, I know that they gave me out of love, not out of need. Even when I didn't have anything, I've never come out as a needy. Even in the church, when they are sharing rice or anything for the needy, and I didn't even have diarrhea at home, I would tell myself, I'm not a needy. So I don't need to collect anything like that. So the lesson for today is, please be self-reliance. It's not when you open a shop and you are selling big things. No. Even if it is oranges you are selling, just make sure that you have your own little money that you can buy garri on your own without depending on anyone. Please, my sisters. And it's not only to sisters, because I learned that there are some men that are suffering like that from their wives because their wives are their breadwinners. Make yourself responsible. Make sure that you don't go through this that I've just talked about. And I know that as you make up your mind to be self-reliant, God will help you. You will help you. Just tell him what you want to do. If you have options, put everything before him to guide you so that you not make the wrong choice. And by the grace of God, life will be better for you. Then our friend that came with her husband during immediately after their wedding. So we have another episode concerning her. And Auntie, good morning, good morning. We have about 10, if not 20 episodes concerning her from Nigeria to London. So we have so many episodes concerning that. So, but one thing I want you to take, this story is not for you to be looking out for, oh, who is doing this to this person or who has done that. No, just learn those lessons. Those lessons are the only thing that I want you to learn. And today you look at my life and say, oh, if I was in this situation and now God has helped me this way, I can help you. That is what I need you to take home today. And God will bless you. So next week, we are still going to talk about other experiences. They may not be very pleasant, but today they are testimonies. So thank you very much for staying tuned. God bless you. Thank you for always being there. And I want to appreciate my husband once again. And I wish him happy birthday, long life, many more fruitful years in God's vineyard, that he will never be cut off from the vine of the Almighty God. He will continue to be fruitful in every good work. His ministry will not die. In Jesus' mighty name. Thank you very much. God bless you.